Experiment time. Today we'll see how fast you can bake using a higher temperature. Hi, I'm Sune and I'm a food geek. So a couple of weeks ago I tried to see if you could bake shorter using a lower hydration dough but at a more normal baking temperature of 230 degrees Celsius, 450 degrees Fahrenheit. If you'd like to see that experiment, follow the card above. The outcome of that experiment showed that a 20-minute bake was not doable and resulted in a bread that was raw in spots. But 30 minutes upward resulted in a very edible bread. Today we'll try the same but with high hydration dough and a much higher temperature. Maybe we can get good bread baked for 20 minutes? I did want this video to have a power savings angle as well. I even bought a power meter for 220 volts, which is the standard here in Denmark, where I live. As I pulled out my oven to install it, I realized that it's a three-phase 380 volts oven, the standard for ovens here. So the meter that I bought wouldn't work. I'm working on getting one installed with my oven, as I think it would be interesting to see what it costs to heat and bake using different configurations of baking steel / Dutch ovens / temperatures to be able to see what's the better way of baking responsibly. So I'll get back to that in a later video. If you're new to this channel, I bake a lot of sourdough bread and I make delicious food from all over the world. If you want to see more of this content, please join me by subscribing and ringing the bell so you won't miss any future videos. The dough that I'm using for this experiment is my standard experiment dough. 80% bread flour, 20% rye flour, 80% hydration, 20% inoculation, and 2% salt. I use the same dough in all of my experiments so that you can compare results across videos, unless there's a good reason to change the parameters. If you'd like to support the channel, please consider joining my Patreon. You can also buy some merch, or use the super thanks, or use the links in the description for tools and ingredients. Those were the words. This is the experiment. This is an experiment, not a recipe. If you'd like to know how to make sourdough bread, there's a link in the description for my master recipe. First, I mix everything for the dough. Then I let the dough rest for 1 hour. I perform 3 sets of stretch and folds, spaced out by 30 minutes. Then I put the dough in a proofing container and let it grow 25% in my proofer set for 30 degrees Celsius, 86 degrees Fahrenheit. I split the dough into 4 when it's grown and pre-shaped them all. I let them rest for 20 minutes and then final shape them. Then I put them in the fridge until the following evening. I heat my oven to 260 degrees Celsius, 500 degrees Fahrenheit, and bake every loaf. Yes, I know. Due to editing, they take the same time, but I assure you that I bake them according to the specifications. Let's cut them open and see the crumb. And now it's time to smell the bread and see how it tastes. A delicious bready smell from the crumb. There's no discernible smell from the crust. The crumb smells the same here, the crust a bit more, but not a lot. Same smell from the crumb. The crust has that delicious caramelized, slightly bitter smell. Yum. The crumb is also excellent here, but the crust smells burnt. Alright, let's taste. That's delicious. The crust is very soft though. This one is about the same. The crust is a bit chewy, but not crunchy by any means. Tastes great. Here the crust is nice and crunchy, just how I love it. The interior of the bread tastes as good as the rest. The crust is just beyond what is good. Super bitter and burnt taste. Very crunchy though. Okay, so that last one was not wonderfully caramelized, but more like burned to a crisp.
Oh yeah, the Douglas sirloin steaks. Have that.
How do you want that cooked? Burnt to a crisp or bloody as hell?
All the rest were perfectly good depending on your preference. Personally, I'd go for the 40-minute one, but honestly, the only thing that made a difference was in the crust. The longer it was baked, the crispier and the darker the crust, both in taste and looks. So if you want to save time in baking, crank up the heat. Paired with two-stage baking, you could save some serious time compared to just baking back to back. I hope you learned something today. See you next time.